Wir sind in Holland und wir fahren jetzt in die Firmenzentrale von Mystic. Mystic ist tatsächlich ein holländisches Familienunternehmen. Viele glauben ja tatsächlich, dass es Amerikaner sind, aber es sind Holländer. Und ich habe da jetzt gleich 2 Meetings, deswegen bin ich hier. Und ich versuche, dass ich mit der Kamera mit euch zusammen mal ins Lager kommen kann, damit ich euch mal zeigen kann, wie groß der Betrieb ist. Eins vorweg, ich bin auch zum allerersten Mal heute dort. Ich habe sonst mich immer mit dem Vertriebsleiter in Deutschland getroffen, auf einer Messe oder bei mir im Laden. Und jetzt im Zuge von ein paar Sachen, die ich plane, wird es jetzt eine Besprechung in Holland geben mit dem Brandmanager und mit dem Vertriebsleiter. Und dann nehme ich euch mit. You have a world record, or your team got a world record in kitesurfing. Can you tell me something about that?
So
you kite through the Atlantic?
Through the Atlantic, yeah. From Fuerteventura up to the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is far in the Caribbean.
Who got the idea for that?
Real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, a heart full of blues, and in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Future, what I'm looking for is not to be a big company. I want to be
Specialized.
Small,
And service.
specialized, and connected to the people.
Yeah.
That I know a lot of my customers, and they come to my shop, and I remember what they bought. I know they want 7 square meter kite. They were asking 3 months ago about that. I know where they was on holiday and so on. Takes some time, drink a coffee with them. This is my daily business. I love it.
Nice.
It was good to quit my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're Max, and what are you doing here in the company?
My name is Max, from Holland, and I'm 32 years old. I'm of course a passionate kite surfer, and I'm basically already for many years the head of the brand Mystic. And being the head of the brand means that I'm involved in the marketing department, the sales department, and the product department, and make sure that everything connects to each other, and make sure that Mystic is being the brand all over the world that it is today.
How did you start with kitesurfing? Are you an old windsurfer or?
I started sailing when I was young.
Yeah.
I'm from a sailing family. My father was a sailor. He liked to sail competitions, and when we were little kids, we were always on boats. So we started sailing, and then from sailing, I got into kite surfing, because of course, if you're a sailor and you're used to the wind, then of course the kite is pretty easy to handle.
Yeah.
I always had also the love for wakeboarding. I was always snowboarding. So combining the wind and the sailing with board sports, for me, kite surfing was the ideal combination.
Yeah.
And especially living in a country like Holland, where we have southwest winds all the time.
Yeah.
It was perfect. So I got out there, I think in 2001, 2002, when kiteboarding was still very fresh, and that's how I got into the sport.
Your father developed a sailing company, and you came into the company and started with kiteboarding, or how did you start with Mystic? Or your dad?
That's a little bit different, because my father was involved within the O'Neill brand back in '88 till 2000. So I grew up with the surfing scene, and I always learned from him how the branding worked.
Yeah.
And then in 2002, I came for an internship for my university. I came with the company Maui Magic, a former windsurfing brand, of course. I got into there, and at that time when kitesurfing was coming up within the company, we were looking for a new line, a new collection, to see if we could translate the Maui Magic brand into kitesurfing.
Yeah.
Of course, we had some ideas. I had some ideas about it, and from that the Mystic brand developed.
Yeah.
And that was something we created specially for kitesurfing.
Yeah. What is the core business of Mystic Kiteboarding? Because it's a large company.
It's became a large company over the years.
Yeah, congratulations for that.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Yeah. But the core business and the core products are the wetsuits and the harnesses.
Yeah.
The harness was the first product we brought on the market. And Mystic is a brand which is created because we felt there was a lack of products needed for kite surfing. I think a lot of windsurfing brands were servicing kite surfing, but we as Mystic were one of the first brands bringing specialized gear for kite surfing. Having, for example, Ruben Lenton with us from the start. He was already pulling these mega loops when he was 14 to 15 years old, and that was also for me a moment where I realized, okay, this type of sport needs different material and stronger material. So the harnesses came out on that, the wetsuits came out, and then the whole brand started to evaluate like the product groups we have at the moment.
My first harness was a Mystic Barrier. It was a black with such a little bit green and yellow on that. The first Mystic harness. I wore it for 4 years and it was not damaged after 4 years. I changed it to the other one because I like to have a new one, but it's never damaged. It's such a high quality of harnesses you have. It's unbelievable.
The first harness we had was the Dark Rider, and then shortly after that the Warrior came. The Warrior is still our best-selling harness. It has been an iconic harness over the last years, and I think what is unique is that it's just not destroyable. It's so strong. So that set us apart, I think, from the rest, and then all the other harnesses and types and different things came along.
So core market is harness and wetsuits. Who developed the products? How big is your team?
Our team at the moment on Mystic is around 20 to 25 people.
In product development?
No, not in product development, in the total brand. And then only on the product development we have a team of 4. And then we have engineers, designers, of course somebody who's managing the projects, but we all do it in-house. So we develop the products ourselves. We do the drawings, we do the testing, the sampling.
You test it here in the Netherlands, or?
We test it ourselves first to see if the fit is right, if the materials came out how we expected to want it to be. And then we also go on the water with the riders and see how it performs under more extreme conditions and more expertise skills like they have.
In which direction goes the market? Is it growing in the US or is Europe bigger? How is it?
Kiteboarding is more driven from the European market. So that's these are the main markets, and for us at the moment Germany is our biggest market.
True.
So for your viewers, we hopefully we have a lot of fans in Germany, but it goes really well.
You have, of course.
And next to Germany, France is also a very big market. So those two are the leading markets, and then you have markets like Holland, like the UK, like Spain. Of course the US is starting to become a better market for us. Because for us first it was need to be strong in Europe, and after that we could explore to other continents apart than doing it all together.
When did you start to produce fashion?
We started the fashion side I think around 2007, 2008. Because we had demand for it. People were interested in also having board shorts and t-shirts. They wanted to wear the brand.
Such normal, like with a big branding on it.
Just to
very small,
to show the brand, and for us it was a good thing because we could also show more the lifestyle side of the brand and not only being an accessory brand. So and it went well. It's growing very organically. We don't want to push it crazy. We don't want to become a mainstream clothing brand like all the big surfing brands are these days. But we like it, of course, when people are walking on the street with a Mystic shirt. And the nice thing, 9 out of 10 times you know that it's a kiteboarder because it sticks to the core users.
So how will your future look like here in the company?
Well, my future is I'm gonna be busy with this brand I think for the next, I don't know, who knows, many years. I'm very motivated to push the brand further. We still have many plans. We have many markets to do well, and it's not just me running it. We have such a great team here in Holland,
of course,
of young guys. We have such a good group of guys internationally presenting the brand in all the countries, and that gives me a lot of energy if I see that family together. How we build such a beautiful brand as Mystic. And that gives so much energy that we can continue yeah, as long as we as long as we can do it.
I think what makes your brand such successful and such positive on the market is also that you are a kite surfer and your team a lot of kite surfers, and maybe it's only a feeling that I have, that you not look for every penny for cashback, that you support a lot of professional kite surfers, and you also make the sponsor some movies.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, no, of course. The DNA of our brand is that we are all core users.
Yeah.
So it's very natural. And of course we have to make money. It's a commercial brand in the end.
Sure.
There's a lot of people trying to make a living out of it, but passion is on first place.
Yeah.
And what you say to support movies like Chapter 1, for us it's important that we keep on supporting the industry.
Yeah.
And Chapter 1 was a movie that showed how beautiful and how wide kiteboarding is all about. And we face the competition of sports like surfing, like snowboarding. Yeah. But we have to put kitesurfing out there. So I thought it was needed to support that. Yeah. And they did a great job to show kiteboarding what it is today.
Yeah. So when you're surfing for more than 5 years or more than 10 years?
Yeah. Over 10 years already.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Before I came here, Torge told me that you have a world record, or your team got a world record in kitesurfing. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah. At 13 in October, November, we had a very special project, and that was by crossing the Atlantic Ocean by kite with a team of 6.
Yeah.
And we had a 50-foot catamaran as a support boat. Yeah. And the goal was to
so you kite through the Atlantic?
Through the Atlantic, yeah. From Fuerteventura up to the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is far in the Caribbean.
Who got the idea for that?
There was a friend of mine from the same town we live. He had the idea as a kiteboarder. He just had the idea too. It's crazy if you step from land in the Canaries and then you step again on the beach in the Caribbean by just kiting it. Yeah. And then I really liked the idea, and we started to develop it, and at some point it became like a pretty big project with sponsors and everything involved. But the goal was to do it just pure for the passion. Yeah. The project was also named Enable Passion. Yeah. And we accomplished our goal. We kited 7,756 kilometers day and night. Yeah. So that was quite a mission.
And how many years is it away?
4.5 years now.
4.5 years.
Yeah, so it's quite a time already. I can still picture it very clearly. Yeah. The nights, the days, the sunsets, dolphins.
How did you feel through the time? It was 4 hours kiting per day.
Sometimes 4 to 6 hours per day. Yeah. So divided over day and night. Yeah. And of course, sometimes it was really long because you don't see anything, just a boat and open ocean. And it's a mental game at some point as well. And especially in the night, because you cannot see a lot, so you have to concentrate a lot. And if you kite by 2 to 3 hours straight, concentrate in pitch black conditions. It's a mental game, of course.
How was it when you came back? Was it, oh man, I have to go for kite surfing tomorrow. What is the wind looking like? Or was it, man, no, take me half a year, I go to ride my bike? Or how was it when you came back?
Yeah, I must say that the joy for kiteboarding was a little bit over. Because to kite for 27 days in a row, then at some point you are the nice thing about it, if you come ashore, you appreciate other things as well. You know, you see your family, you see your girlfriend, you see things on land that you appreciate, and you just want to enjoy that. Also, when we saw the island, I think in 27 days time, it's weird. You know, sometimes you see it in a movie that people say, hey, there's land, and it looks weird, but it felt weird as well. Also, just to step ashore, being on a boat for a month straight away.
How was it with your team on the boat? Because I know how I am. And I have a feeling that when I came back from work and I have to do a lot of things, I need some time for myself. Yeah. But you are on the boat with your team. How How was it?
Yeah, that was quite intense, of course,
Yeah.
because we had a group of kiteboarders. We also had 3 sailors on board, including
Yeah.
a captain,
Yeah.
because they were sailing the boat, so that was also very important for us.
Yeah.
So in total, I think we had 10 people on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's intense. So I was happy that sometimes I could get away, get on my kite, and just be alone on the ocean, because actually that was the private time you had.
Yeah, yeah. How did you do it with the food? Came after some days a second boat and they take the other boat away, or how does it work?
No, we just filled up the boat on the beginning.
Yeah.
We tried to see how many days we would need.
Yeah.
We did way longer than we were expecting. So at some point we were out of food and out of water.
Yeah.
So we had to divide the food over the coming days.
Yeah.
We had to make water from the ocean and clear it from the salt.
Yeah.
And that's how we filled in the last days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than a nice story, and it's something that you can tell your children.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely I can something I can pass on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Max, I'm very thankful that you take some time for me.
Yeah,
and,
my pleasure.
It's a very nice story about your company.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best for the future with your company and also for your health. And I'm waiting for the next record. Maybe if you need someone that will kite with you, I would take it with you. I would take a ride.
I will think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, and it was a pleasure to tell my story.